I'm sitting in Powell, Wyoming in Eastman's headquarters. This building is new to us. We have completely redone the headquarters here for Eastman's in the last 12 months. So the character of the building, which is, back in the 50s, the Eastman brand started in the 50s. It's really important, I feel, to show some of the history of the building, show some of the history of Eastman's. Behind me you can see some relics, some stuff that Grandpa Gordon had. If we turn the camera around, you can see the stuff of Mike and Bertie. And so it's a beautiful marriage of an old epic building and the new Eastman brand that's very Western, very authentic. So some of the key players in this project is obviously my wife, who has a great eye and an unbelievable work ethic. But also there's some partners, Brian Barney, who walked in here one day and came up with this awesome idea for the wainscoting. And Jason from Forever Barnwood, who walked in this building and said, you know what? I think we can do more. I think we can make not just a few accent walls. I think we can make this be the Forever Barnwood showroom. So we chose Forever Barnwood. Number one, they're just a great company out of Wisconsin. They're hunters, they understand construction. The owners are contractors. They understand that it's not just the waste that you have using reclaimed lumber, but it's all the stuff that lumber had soaked up over the 150 years or whatever. This is brand new wood that they kiln dried down to 8%. It's rough cut, and then they put what they call a secret sauce on it to make it look rustic. And you can get every color in the book. We chose a dark brown primarily because of some of the things that we found once we did the demo in the dark woods and stuff that were already here. But you can get grays, you can get shiplap that's white, you can get 1,000 different colors, all the way to what looks like brand new wood. So it's really important that we used Forever Barnwood because of its ease of use, because it's rustic. It matches our rustic Western lifestyle, and it is super, super easy to get. They loaded up trucks on pallets and they shipped it here. We're a long ways from Wisconsin, but it came in really, really good. They're really easy to work with. They built all the doors custom for it. Well, as with everything, the timeline and the process of remodeling something like this, if you've ever done a remodel, you just never know what you're going to get into. And this project is no exception to that. And so once we had the demo and we tore out the center of it and we actually saw the bones that we had, there was a couple challenges. This beam and this post right here, when my wife and I tore the false ceiling out of there, all of a sudden there's a burnt rafter that is almost burnt all the way through. And so one of the carpenters and I came up with a plan, along with Jason, who's from Forever Barnwood, come up with a plan to build structurally, but make it look like it fit the old building like it was always here. So when you're using something like Forever Barnwood and being able to customize, heights and trim widths and, barn width and all the wood, all the stuff is straight, the wood is straight, but the walls aren't. So you make that all custom fit. Those are some of the struggles, all the way to how do you heat this? How do you keep it cool? Does that window, oh my gosh, it's single pane. We got to do something with that. All of those nuances, but it made it such a cool place for our headquarters, for our employees, for the creativity, and for you guys to come visit it. When I started designing this with my buddy that's an architect, we started designing the space, and I kept trying to explain what the front entryway was, and they kept wanting to put reception desks because they're used to doing doctors' offices or attorneys, and I got to the point, I said, no, you guys don't understand. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I went, it's a museum. This is really an Eastman's Western Wildlife Museum. It has cameras from the 50s in it. It has unbelievable mounts from some of the staff members here, to my parents, to my grandparents, to myself. It has one of the original computers that the original magazine was designed on. It has posters from throughout history of the Eastman brand. It represents Forever Barnwood well. It represents the legendary portion of Gordon Eastman, and it just represents what we do every single day so eloquently. Walk into it when it's really close to the finish line and it feels like home. You walk in here and go, yeah, this is the Eastmans brand. Thank you, Forever Barnwood, for giving us a home that feels and looks like our brand.